Jaafar Jackson says recreating Billie Jean was the toughest part of Michael. Jaafar Jackson says recreating Billie Jean was the toughest part of Michael. April 24th, 2026. A Friday night that changed Hollywood. That was a scene from the highly anticipated biopic, Michael, which follows cheering Michael Jackson's journey from child star to global superstar. That clip was incredible. Forgot that I thought I was watching real footage there of the actual concert. That looks so real. Oh my God, congratulations. Thank you. Tell us about did you dance before this? 'Cause you dance amazingly in the clip. I knew how to move, I had rhythm, but definitely not dance like that. No, unbelievable. And it was a 2-year audition process. Tell us about the process of getting the role. Yeah, it was not a traditional audition process. It was more so like a boot camp to get to a point where I auditioned, and then to see even after that I had to hit certain bullet points in dancing and acting and just the mannerisms of in the physicality. So there's many different categories where I had to kind of hit a certain goal. And the first year is more so focusing on just what is acting. So it's like learning different process from different teachers. Well, I had my own teacher at the same time, but reading many books, trying different scenes from many different films and genres. So it's really seeing how my instrument was and how open I am, and also being comfortable in front of the camera, which is a whole new thing. And then I got into the world of Michael and dissecting him and embodying his moves, his mannerisms, his speaking voice, and really just kind of immersing myself in the world of Michael as much as I can. Of all his performances, which one was the hardest one to recreate? I think the Billie Jean Motown 25, only because I had to really stay true to what I was, focusing on in the performance and trying to do a frame by frame while having the same feeling, which was the most challenging. Sticking to the choreography. Yeah. I remember watching this live and had never seen anything like that before. And I remember I felt like the world changed that day. Like the world of entertainment changed that day that aired. Absolutely. Well, congratulations. Big things to come. Cheering. Michael is out now in theaters and IMAX. For Jaafar Jackson, stepping into the shoes of the king of pop was never going to be easy. But according to the rising actor and singer, there was one performance in particular that pushed him to his absolute limit while filming Michael, the legendary Billie Jean performance from Motown 25. Yesterday, today, forever. In recent interviews promoting the film, Jaafar admitted that recreating the iconic routine became the biggest challenge of the entire production. The sequence wasn't just another dance number. It was the moment that changed music history forever, the night Michael Jackson introduced the moonwalk to the world and cemented himself as a global phenomenon. Jaafar explained that he felt enormous pressure to get every movement right because fans know the original performance frame by frame. From the fedora tilt to the spins and footwork, every beat had to feel authentic. He revealed that the spins were especially difficult to master, calling them the toughest part of learning Michael's choreography. Even after months of preparation, maintaining the same level of energy across dozens of takes proved exhausting. The actor also shared that the Billie Jean sequence demanded more than technical accuracy. He needed to capture the electricity Michael brought to the stage, the confidence, mystery, and explosive charisma that made audiences scream before he even sang a note. According to Jaafar, recreating the emotional intensity of the performance nearly broke him mentally and physically because he understood how sacred that moment is to fans around the world. Director Antoine Fuqua reportedly treated the scene as one of the centerpiece moments of the film. Behind the scenes, Jaafar trained relentlessly to mirror his uncle's movements while still bringing humanity to the role rather than doing a simple impersonation. Fans online have debated every glimpse of the sequence ever since the first teaser footage was released, proving just how iconic the performance remains decades later. Despite the pressure, Jaafar's portrayal has become one of the most talked about aspects of the film. Critics and audiences alike have praised the newcomer for capturing Michael's stage presence with uncanny accuracy, helping Michael become a major global box office success. For Jaafar, however, the Billie Jean performance was more than just another scene. It was a tribute to a moment that changed pop culture forever, and perhaps the one sequence that truly showed him the impossible standard his uncle set as an entertainer. For months, movie theaters across America had been struggling to fill seats. Then suddenly, everything changed. Crowds packed the lobbies. Popcorn lines stretched around entire hallways. Teenagers who weren't even born when Michael Jackson released his biggest albums were showing up in sequin jackets, filming TikToks outside sold-out screenings. And by Sunday night, the numbers shocked the industry. $97 million domestically. Over $217 million worldwide. The biggest opening weekend ever for a music biopic. Bigger than Bohemian Rhapsody. Bigger than Elvis. Bigger than Straight Outta Compton. Against all odds, the king of pop was back. But here's the part almost nobody is talking about. The man audiences were watching on screen wasn't Michael Jackson. It was a 29-year-old first-time actor who had never carried a film before in his life. A quiet young man with no Hollywood resume, no blockbuster experience, and no safety net. He was Michael's nephew, Jaafar Jackson. And the truth is, this entire comeback moment, the sold-out theaters, the streaming resurgence, the renewed obsession with Michael Jackson's music, doesn't happen without him. This is the real story of how Jaafar Jackson saved the legacy of the king of pop. Welcome back. If you're new here, this channel goes beyond the headlines, beyond the PR machine, and beyond the spectacle to uncover what's really happening behind the biggest stories in entertainment.